Well, there are fresh COVID alerts in 2 states this morning. In Victoria, another hotel quarantine worker has tested positive. In a midnight announcement, the state's health department revealed the new case is a worker at the Holiday Inn Hotel at Melbourne Airport.
Testing is being ramped up and close contacts are being notified. It comes as New South Wales Health issued alerts for several locations after a return traveller there tested positive 2 days after leaving hotel quarantine. Lots to cover this morning, so let's go straight to Zalika Rismal outside the Holiday Inn in Melbourne and Tom Joyner in Sydney. Thanks for joining us, you two. Zali, let me start with you. What more do we know at this stage?
Good morning, Lisa. Well, just days after that Australian Open quarantine worker tested positive last week, just before midnight last night, the Victorian Health Department confirming a second hotel quarantine worker has tested positive to coronavirus. Now, unlike last week, this worker is not linked to the Australian Open quarantine program. This worker was an authorised officer at the Holiday Inn here at Melbourne Airport. Now, this is one of the health hotels housing return travellers that have contracted COVID-19. Now, this worker last worked on Thursday of last week. She's then been tested negative that day following that shift, and then had a couple of days off during which she's been out in the community, and then returned to work yesterday, developing symptoms and then getting tested again and testing positive. So a public health response is underway. Last night she was interviewed, and the health department is currently notifying the close contacts.
And do we know where she's been over the last few days when she might have been infectious?
The health department has identified 3 tier 1 exposure sites, as they've called them. So anyone that's gone to those places at the times listed do have to get tested and have to isolate for 14 days, regardless of their test results. Now, those 3 sites are in the northwest of Melbourne. They include Marciano's Cake Shop in Maidstone, Dan Murphy's in Sunshine, and Off Your Tree in Water Gardens Shopping Centre at Taylor's Lakes. Now, we understand that pop-up sites, testing sites, will be open today near those exposure sites, with increased opening hours as well. And we're expecting to hear from the government about 9:30 this morning, where no doubt we'll hear more information about this case.
OK, thanks, Zali. And Tom in Sydney, what can you tell us about the latest positive case there?
Well, Lisa, New South Wales Health have issued a precautionary alert for sites in the Wollongong area and in southeastern Sydney after an overseas traveller returned to Australia, undertook 14 days of mandatory hotel quarantine, and then only tested positive 2 days after their release, so on the 16th day following their return into the country. Interestingly, this particular person was tested during hotel quarantine and returned negative results twice, and even now isn't displaying any symptoms. Thankfully, the household contacts for this person have all returned negative test results, and close contacts of this person have been alerted and are now self-isolating. But New South Wales Health are asking people to get tested and to self-isolate until they receive further advice if they have visited the Headlands Hotel in Austinmere on February 2nd or Bulli Beach Cafe in Bulli on February 6th, and to immediately get tested and self-isolate until a negative test result if they've been at Mooch and Me in Brighton Les Sands on February 2nd, Optus North Wollongong on February 4th, or Officeworks Fairy Meadow on February 4 or 6.
All right. Thank you, both of you.